Hey gang, so wanted to give you a quick update on how prep is going. I am prepping for two competitions. I'm prepping for the USAPL Mr. Olympia Masters Championship, and I'm also bodybuilding prepping for the Muscle Mayhem in November. So this update is essentially current physique condition as I have made my platform body weight of 75 kilos, or essentially 165 pounds. Here is some video of my current condition, and this is a bit of a filled out look. So since I made weight about a month ago, I've since increased my food to what is essentially maintenance levels. I'll go over that here in a second, but what you're seeing here is a bit of a filled out look with a little bit, about a week's worth of diet break in me, and what amounts to about 7 pounds over bodybuilding stage weight. So I was elated when I made 165 pounds back at the beginning of September and actually got a little bit below 165 and then decided to start bringing my food up. So as you can see, I was dieting on basically 1,700 calories. Steps were very high. Activity was very high. I've been coaching Pop Warner football for 11, 12, and 13-year-olds. So I've been very active, and on 1,700 calories, weight felt very easily. It almost felt effortless. And what I have to really kind of reiterate here is the value of simply increasing steps without much of a change in food and increasing the effectiveness of fat loss. You can go see 3DMJ Vault, where I've got a course that is how we program cardio, how we program activity for fat loss. But this is in real life, basically what I outline there. Now, I made my body weight of 165 pounds, got a little bit under. Since that time, I've increased my food. And the way that I have done that is basically brought my calories up to what should be maintenance for 165 pounds. This time, I just used my Fitbit and what it calculates my expenditure to be. So what it boils down to is if my Fitbit says that I burned 2,700 calories, I eat 2,500 calories. If my Fitbit says that I burned 3,800 calories, I eat 3,100 calories. And since that time, I have essentially maintained body weight and even lost a little bit as of this week. So how is my strength and how is my training performance? In the grand scheme of things, I'm off a little bit from last year. Here you're gonna see a clip of my squat at 385 pounds. Last year about this time, I hit 390 pounds with roughly the same speed. So I'm 5 pounds off from where I was last year. But considering that, I'm over a year older, I'm gonna be 54 years old, and I've just recently dieted down. And right now my fatigue levels are pretty high with frequent training. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. The numbers sounds a little bit defeating, but I feel like there is more in the tank once I taper and keep getting food in me. Also, my deadlift, I've got that here. Deadlift is down a good amount. Here, I've got 485 pounds. And at this time last year, I was hitting 500 and 505. So there, I'm down about 20 pounds. Again, I'm a year older. I'm gonna be 54. And I feel like there is more there once I taper and continue to get food in me. Unfortunately, I don't have clips of my bench press. However, bench press is going quite well. The shoulder that I strained at last year's meet prep has been 100%. There have been no issues with it. I've been very good about my rehab, my recovery, and it is basically up. I will be opening up 20 pounds heavier at this year's meet than I did last year. Last year, I opened up with a very conservative 200 pounds because my shoulder was bothering me. This year, I'll be opening up with 220 pounds. And rest assured, in my next vlog, I will make sure and update you on where my strength currently is and then basically my plan for my attempts at the USAPL Mr. Olympia Masters Championship. So gang, thank you very much for being patient with me while I've updated you, and look for that next vlog where I will basically be in the midst of my taper and peaking and outlining where my strength levels are right now. And if you would like to know more about powerlifting programming, go check out 3DMJ Vault if you have aspirations of doing powerlifting style of training, and there you will see programs for the platform with programs ready to go for you if you choose to take on this endeavor. Thank you very much.